long pull round. There it is. Happy days. We're just getting straight on with it. Right then guys, welcome to another episode of Hooked. My name's John Murray and I'm an angling addict, and today it's the big one. It's the Northern River Masters Final on the River Calder. The match is fished over 2 days. I'm going to need a good draw on both days because it's a total weight event. This is day one. Right, let's get in the pub, go and pull out a peg. Let's go and pull one. 48, apparently it's just downstream of the car park at the Ings. I thought it was in a different area, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Right guys, we're about 3 minutes out from the start. I'm right down at the bottom end of Altofts Ings. I've set up 4 different approaches. A feeder rig, which is a last resort to fish sort of middle to 3/4 across. We'll go across with it if I really have to the bushes, but I've never done any good doing that. I'm just mixing up my ground bait balls, which are basically a standard black roach mix, a bit of Bolland, a bit of Silver X, a bit of Black Magic, lacing them with dead red maggots, some hemp seed in there, and that's pretty much all I'm going to fish. That's generally how I fish the Calder. I've set up a 2 gram DH18, or is it DH19? Anyway, the pencil type float, which looks like a big wire stem stick float on the whip. I've got a 2.5 gram Drennan pencil float on the pole. I've not actually gone out, but I've set it up to about 13 metres. That's just to basically hold back a bit harder, and if we're getting into a few perch, I've got the elastic option there. I've also got a 4 gram bolo set up. There's not a great deal of flow on, but there is some, and it just makes, having the extra weight just makes casting out easier. And that's it, basically. It's fairly deep water fishing. We're fishing into about 12 foot of water, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some perch and roach out. A lot of people wanted to be down at Mexborough today to get the bream out, but I'm quite happy to be down here. I'm just hoping that the fish have arrived into this deeper water. It's time, so I'm going to kick off on the whip. Put my bait in around the whip line, and then we can fish beyond it. I'm going to loose feed over the top with red maggots, some hemp seed, and that's pretty much it. I've got worms to try. I've got a bream ground bait, a G5 and Thatcher's bream ground bait, but I don't think this is the right area. That would have been better down at Woodnook today. So as I say, this is it's a DH19 and it's a 2 gram pencil float. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's what we're fishing, Olivet style as usual, deep water fishing. I'm going to flick it out into position, bang some bait on it. So I'm getting bites straight away. I've had 3 bites so far, but I haven't managed to hit one of them yet. So they are a little bit, maybe small fish at the moment, maybe a bit shy. Hopefully we'll hit one shortly. You're gonna get a few of them, mate. You're gonna get a few of them, like. It don't matter. Last time we were down at Woodnook, you got a real mix of them, you know. Oh, what's grabbed it? Just got a pike on, I think. Nightmare. Pike on. That's not what we need. Let go.
Is it a pike?
Yeah, it's a pike. It was a small fish to start with.
Oh, right.
He's let go. And we've got him. We've got the roach. He's a little bit worse for wear, but it's probably the luckiest roach in the land. So I'm starting to loose feed over the top. Getting a few bites now. The fish are just sort of hanging off the back of the bait at the moment, but I'm going to try and draw them closer by loose feeding. I think this will be a perch. Good fish on. Perch. What did you say, Chris? Yeah, a couple of half decent roach. Tony's had a nice one. That's what I said to you here though, there's quite a lot of perch to be had down here. That's what I said to you, this peg, I know these pegs, and there's a lot of perch down here.
Oh.
When they start coming out, it's a bit mad. Now then, I've got two superstars with me today. Backseat fishermen.
The viewers might not understand my accent.
That's it, mate. Did I strike that one soon enough for you, Daz?
Aye. Come on, get it unhooked and get back in the water.
God, it's like being at home. It was a bit. Yeah. Where is he? Hmm. There's plenty of time yet, Chris. We'll just keep going. It's taking a little bit of time for him to switch on down here, but hopefully it'll just get better and better. Anyone else catching it shallows, Chris? Anybody else catching it shallows?
Not really. They haven't really got on inside line yet.
No.
Most of them are fishing whip at 9.
Yeah.
One or two things inside line where they've got things, but we're only getting back to it.
Yeah. Oh, pike's got me again.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm going to have some pike trouble today. This
You
is.
need to get that pike out quicker. You give him a kiss and put him back and go quiet then. It's fast eco system.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, John fishing for them.
Get them out.
They use a different setup.
Yes,
They're fishing for him.
Yeah, I don't normally pike fish on wick.
Pike and zander.
Yeah.
Might be a big perch.
It's not a big perch. He's let go again.
Alright.
He's let go. And that's another mullered roach. Look at the state of that. He's absolutely hammered. It's going to cause me some issues. Pick my bolo up. Just while it's a bit slow, I'll go back on whip if it speeds up. Right, I've just made a switch onto my 4-gram bolo rig. Just had a bite there, but dropped the fish off. Purely because the pike are coming in, attacking me small fish, and I might have half a chance of pulling it out on this rig. I mean, chances are I won't, because it'll just have hold of fish and it'll drop it, but got more chance than being stuck on the fixed line on the whip, and it's not fishing that fast at the moment, so if the fishing picks up I'll pick the whip back up, but for now I'm just going to fish this 4-gram bolo. It's another Dave Harrell pattern. I can't remember which number it is, probably a DH5 I would think, maybe a DH2, quite a slim top on it. I think it's about 1.5mm top. Just a tiny little dip on the float. I might need to dot it down a bit more, but the fish are there. They're all a bit small at the moment. Oh, 12, 13. It's a little bit deep, really. Well, it's not flowing that hard, Chris, so...
Yeah, but I'm just looking at them now, they're actually moving quite quickly.
Yeah, maybe it's surface layers, but... It's alright, they'll still find a buddy. And the thing is, with float, you can... You see, look how so still it is down there. Once it starts getting down to the bottom, there's very little flow. Let's get going.
You've only been fishing an hour.
I'm impatient, Chris.
Eh?
I'm impatient. I've had 13 fish. I expect more than that. Right, well, I'm having a few issues with cameras, pike, snags, but now I've got a nice roach on the bolo. And if I can turn my net around, I might be able to land him. Yeah, got him. That's the kind of stamp we want. Beautiful fish. I'm really starting to get into a few now on the bolo. They're only small, but they're coming. Rig's in a mess though. Ooh, come here, come here. Struggling for a bite here. Struggling for a bite here.
That sounds like that pike's back.
Weird, I was just getting into a nice little rhythm of catching fish, and then...
I thought you were just setting your mind up.
Yeah.
The Lucy's turned up again.
It's fantastic on have a down some point.
It's another bite. We've got. Is that one? Yeah, it's all. Yeah. Get it off there. Right. That's a nice fish. Right, I've made switch to the pole. I'm starting to pick a few fish up further down the run now. And they're a nice stamp too. I don't know whether they're just hanging off the back of the feed or... Anyway, I'll keep going with this for now. I think it's just pushing them down the river a bit. They're just dropping off a bit. But I can't get through with bollow. That's the bollow's catching. That was the whole point. I was going to fish the bollow so I could run down further. But because it's standing still. Yeah. I get to the right hand side and it stands still. And I've come up and up and up. You know what I mean? So I think if I just keep laying in down here, I'll get down to them quicker. That's a bite. That was a bite. Oh, hello. Hello. That could be a big perch, that. You got that? Perch. Not stopping them though, is it? They're there. Oh, that's a lovely roach. That is a lovely roach. That's a bite. There you go. Start getting them this stamp. Right. Come here. That's another one. Oh, what's something in there? We've got a big leaf outline. Swingaroo, eh? Right, well, we're up to 30 fish. It's been a bit slow. We're just over halfway through the match. Looking left and right, everybody's catching, but I won't say particularly fast. Yeah, they're there now. They're on top. Coming front. Yeah. I don't know why some of them just seem hard to pull in. Maybe trying to swim away from a pike. There we go. Fish on. Oh, what's going on there then? What's going on there? Have we been grabbed by a pike or what? I don't know. I can't tell what's going on. I've been grabbed by a pike. Ah. Well, that just sums it up. I had a fish on there. Couldn't tell what was going on. It went heavy. I've been done off by a pike again. How many times is that, Does? 4?
4 or 5.
And piked off 4 or 5 times. Right, I'm making the decision to reball the line. It's just not getting any better. It's too slow. I need to try and make something happen. Make as much weight as I can today to keep myself in with a shout tomorrow. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Oh, nice.
Mexborough as well.
Well, they're getting smaller, but so far, ball in it hasn't killed it. Yeah. Right guys, well I don't think the fishing's changing much, so I think I'm going to knock the cameras off for now. We're reporting at the end of the day. I'll just hit middle of doing a speech there, Chris. Go on, I'll finish it off in a second. Right, I'll say that again then, shall I? I can't even remember what I said. Can't remember what I said. Nightmare. Right guys, well the fishing ain't changing much, so I think what I'm going to do is knock the cameras off for now. Right guys, well the fishing ain't changing much, so I think what I'm going to do is knock the cameras off for now. We'll report in at the end, let you know how we've got on.
Well, I don't think I'll have that, mate.
Right, spot on, John.
They're all just too tiny.
Well, to be fair, it's all about the same.
Probably bites, not tails. Lightly, 50 fish.
know about
Oh,
this.
yeah. I like to do all that.
Hang on, it's not it. That's it in there.
Michael Boyd, he's done one as well. Mr. Matthews 10-15.
He's the man at the minute. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, it's £3.
It is there, young man. 5-5.
That's better than I thought.
Better than thought, John.
Ricky Matthews is leading at the moment.
See what tomorrow brings.
If I don't fall, if you're gonna fall, throw it
Back.
backwards. Cheers, pal. Cheers, fella.
You know what you're singing to, John? Just pop us
One to do. Ricky's running it at the minute.
Yeah. Doing alright, isn't he?
Well then, Mr. Murray.
Rubbish.
Actually, John, that's better than I thought you had.
Yeah, but there's nowhere in section. But there again, we're not that far out of it at the minute, so
Oh, it's only a fish.
it's a pound or two between everybody. So
Ricky's best at the moment with 10-15.
Ricky's best with 10-15, yeah. So that's
There's 3 10s.
£5.
Chris Dennis, Mike Bowers, and Ricky have all got 10.
You can turn that off before I fall over.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Why do you think I'm going on? On that note, good night, Brianna.
He hasn't.
Right guys, so that was day one. We're back for day two. Yeah, your leader overnight is Tony Marshall. I think he had around about £24 off peg 6 at Woodnook. So we've got it all to do today if we're going to come anywhere, to be quite honest. And well behind a draw at Mexborough, who'll probably just see me fishing for a section place. So really I'm hoping for a draw at Woodnook and get on a flyer and be able to put about £20 of fish together. But it'll be what it'll be. So keep my fingers crossed. Let's go and pull a peg. Morning. I'm back for more punishment. Well guys, I've pulled my peg. It really couldn't get much worse. I've pulled out peg 40 at Mexborough. Looks like I'm feeder fishing for bream, and there's maybe only going to be 1, 2, 3 fish at best. So yeah, I've just got to sit out for a big fish today. It did £4 yesterday. It's like the death zone it was down there. The last 4 pegs in that zone just fished really poorly. I'll put all the results up for you now anyway, so you can see them from yesterday, and we'll go and get cracked on. Okay, catch you on the bank. What's that? Wasn't expecting much at all, Chris, so I wasn't expecting much at all over there.
Oh, nice roll.
Yeah. We'll take that. Drop back.
Yeah.
At least they're decent bites.
Yeah, they are. Especially from roach on a 3-ounce tip. So they're up for it.
Well, a couple are anyway.
They're up for the challenge.
Yeah. I think I'll net him.
You know.
Eh?
Oh, nice
Nice run.
spot. Nick's looked great.
Oh, good job I did net him as well, because he's out in the net. That looked like a tiny little bite on the tip. It's been getting a little bit slow, which is kind of to be expected on the feeder line, but plan is just to keep giving it a rest, and that is a bite. That's another tap there, so it's still worth pursuing this at this moment in time, but keep giving it a rest. and having a look on that whip line. And we've always got the short line to have a go at as well. Short feeder line, that is.
Right.
Well, I'm going to have a look on it because this is. Whilst I'm getting odd bites on this, the smash maggots and slow. It's like maybe you just have to keep picking a fish off it. Just keep doing 10 minutes here and there.
Yeah. It's like when the few leaves coming
Just
down.
ring around with 3 options, I think, today.
Yeah.
So we're nearly an hour in, and we've had 2 roach and a few bites.
Yeah, I think that's a few more than what others have.
Oh, it's freezing, man. That wind's horrible. Given how this is fishing,
Yeah.
I might as well go back on feeder.
We'll try short line.
So the flow on the river keeps altering, and I have to keep varying where I'm positioning my loose feed to try and gauge where it's going to end up downstream. I've had 4 runs through on the whip and not had a touch, so I've just decided to drop the little 10-foot feeder rod over the top of the whip line, see if we can pick something out on a static bait on the bottom basically, but it's looking very, very slow. Nobody's really catching anything that we can see. Well, I've tried worm on the tip a couple of times now, and although I'm running sort of minced up worm through the feeder, I'm just not getting a bite on it. So I'm going to go back on the single red, see if we can pick up any more roach on this long line. Well, just as I was losing all hope, we got a great big drop back bite. It's only a small fish, another roach I think, but at least that's something. And they're a lot better stamped than they were yesterday. We just need more of them. So I don't know if you can pick it out on camera, but just up to my left there's a bridge, and I've not made the video yet. I intended to get it done before this one, but obviously you all want to see the final, so it's gone on the back burner. But I was pegged at peg 10, which is just the other side of that bridge on the opposite side of the river. The opposite side here is Woodnook, and the car park for Woodnook is just down to my left where the big tree is down there, and you can just about make out the lock house on the other bank. Ideally today I would have been down below that bridge and getting stuck into plenty of roach. It seems like a completely different kind of fishing up here, but actually the best weight yesterday by Tony came from peg 6, which is actually on this length but on the opposite side, and it's the last one in the car park on the opposite side down towards that lock house. Well, I was going to say I can't buy a bite on the whip, but that's the first one I've had. Picked up our 4th roach. A smaller stamp than what I'm getting on the feeder, but at least it's a bite. It's really not very good on the whip though. It's not very good on anything, to be fair. Yeah, back onto the short feeder then. Are you ready? I might as well pick them out. So, right.
Show a good week, does it? Use this one.
Oh, come here, you slippery thing. Right. 6. That's it.
10 ounce.
6 roach.
15 ounce.
Said I'd be lucky to make a pound. 15 ounce, 6 roach. Well, thank you very much.
Do you want to put a quick swiggle on this for us?
Yeah. I'll not dispute it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right then guys, well there you go. I've weighed in 6 fish, 6 roach for 15 ounces in the end. I did get one sort of big wraparound type bite about 10 minutes from the end, but there was literally nothing on there. I don't know whether it was a chub or perch or maybe just a logget in the line, but picked the rod up and nothing on, but the bait had disappeared, so who knows. No idea where I've come in my little section of 5 or 6, whatever it was pegged out today. I'm not going to hang around to find out. If I've won the section, I'll let you know. I've no idea who's won the match. I suspect Tony Marshall's probably won it overall because he'll have been fishing somewhere on the Altofts Ings today. So anyway, I will get all of the results up for you now.
Don't you give up, don't you give up, oh no. Keep on holding, keep on holding on. Don't you give up, don't you give up, oh no. Don't you give up, don't you give up, oh no. Keep on holding, keep on holding on. Don't you give up, don't you give up, oh no. Keep on holding on. Keep on holding on.
Right, so you know the winner. Congratulations to whoever it was. You're the new Northern River Master. Well done to all framers, section winners and everybody who took part in the competition and even just made the final. It was an absolute mammoth task trying to get there, so I was really pleased to make it, but unfortunately, you know, the 2 pegs that I've drawn out just haven't been where I've needed to be. Yeah, Altofts Ings, I wanted to be in the low numbers, and I definitely didn't want to be down at Mexborough on day 2. I wanted to be down at Woodnook. So what can you do? That's fishing. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, guys. And until the next one, thanks for watching and tight lines.